2011 presented some difficulties in the vineyard and the cellar. We had in this area in the Grampians and most of regional Victoria and parts of South Australia, there was quite a significant amount of rainfall, and this was unusual for this area. Typical European vintage where they have a lot of rainfall and also cooler weather, which in one way was an advantage because you get slower ripening through the vineyard to retain some of those delicate aromatics that are sometimes lost in a warmer summer. With the viticulture, they spent a lot of time making sure that the vines were disease-free, adequately ventilated, the shoots were properly positioned, and to ripen up the fruit before harvest, there was leaf plucking that went on. There was actually a little story about two French guys that came on a whim in 2011 at the early part of the harvest. They actually spent a lot of time leaf plucking and making sure that the fruit and the grape bunches were adequately ventilated and exposed to sunlight. And so much they got so into their work that Ben Thompson, who's the vineyard manager and CEO of Bess, he actually had to go out at night time to bring them back in because they saw the importance of the job at hand and they really took care. But that's just one example of the dedication of the team in the vineyard at Bess. And carrying on from that, in the winery, there was a lot of time spent sorting out the grapes by hand and making sure that only the grapes that were pristine went into the fermenters. And we treated the wines delicately in the cellar to retain those beautiful, delicate, kind of cooler climate aromatics. That's what makes the wine here special, and also tapping into the experience of the Thompson family. They've been growing grapes for over 100 years and they know, they've seen every type of weather and every type of season. So this was another just difficult season for them. They knew what to do. They got into it early and they made sure that the best possible fruit came into the winery. And from a winemaker's perspective, it makes it easy. A cooler, wetter vintage like 2011 is great for more aromatic varieties, in particular Riesling, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier and Shiraz, and Dolcetto, that are renowned for their bright aromatics. The colder and wetter vintages tend to bring out some of those perfume kind of aromas, and they retain the delicacy on the mouth, and they make it a lighter, more interesting drink in my perspective. It's great to get the depth of flavour and the kind of fleshiness and from a warmer vintage, but having experienced a lot of cooler, damper vintages, if you make the efforts in the vineyard and the cellar, you can make some really pretty feminine wines.